Hi, my name is Anjali and welcome back. Today we'll see how to merge two sorted lists. For example, if list 1 is 1, 2 and 4, list 2 is 1, 3 and 4, you need to combine both the lists and return the list in sorted order. So our aim is to return 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4. I hope the question is clear. Now let's move on to steps for merging the two sorted lists. First point is initializing a dummy pointer and a current pointer to manage the merged list. Therefore, we are utilizing dummy node technique. We know how to write the code for it. We will create a dummy node. So list node dummy equals to new list node. Anything you can assign anything, say 0 or 1, any value. List node current is equals to dummy for traversing. Okay. Moving on to next point, which says go through both the list, adding smaller value to the merged list each time. So we will iterate while list 1 is not equals to null and list 2 is not equals to null. If list 1 value is less than list 2 value, we will add that. Otherwise, we will add list 2 value. So initially, list 1 is pointing towards the node 2, list 2 is pointing towards the node 3, and dummy is pointing towards the node 0. So while list 1 is not equals to null and list 2 is not equals to null, we will go inside the loop. So list 1 value, which is 2, if it's less than list 2 value, which is 3, we need to perform these 3 steps. So this is true. So what we're gonna do, dummy dot next equals to list 1. So 0 dot next is equals to 2. List 1 is equals to list 1 dot next. So list 1 is now pointing towards the second node, which is 5. And dummy is equals to dummy dot next. So dummy is now pointing towards the node 2. I will write the same thing in the table. List 1 is now pointing towards the node 5. List 2 is still pointing towards the node 3 and dummy is pointing towards the node 2. Right? In the similar fashion, I have completed the rest of the table. In the first iteration, 2 is compared with 3. In the second iteration, 5 is compared with 3. In the third iteration, 5 is compared with 6. In the fourth iteration, 7 is compared with 6. In the fifth iteration, 7 is compared with the 8. So I hope this particular step is clear to you. After fifth step, list 1 is equals to null. So it will get out of the loop. Why? Because list 1 is equals to null now. So list 1 is equals to null means all the elements are added into the merged list. You can see 2, 5 and 7. But list 2 still contains a remaining element which is 8. So we'll see what to do with this remaining list. So for remaining list, we have point number 3, which says if one list has remaining elements, add them to the merged list. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna check which specific list has remaining elements. So list node remaining is equals to, if list 1 is not equals to null, meaning list 1 has some elements. So we will assign list 1, else list 2. And while rem meaning remaining list is not equals to null, we'll keep on adding into the merged list. So dummy dot next equals to remaining, rem means remaining will move to the next pointer and dummy is equals to dummy dot next. Similar steps which we followed over here. So now dummy dot next equals to remaining, meaning here 8 will be added and then it will get out of the loop and dummy will point to 8th node instead of 7. Okay, third point is also completed. Moving on to the fourth and crucial step, we need to return the merged list. Now we have the merged list over here, which is 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7 and 8. And 0 is the initial dummy node. But now dummy is pointing towards the 8th node. How can we return the merged list, which is in the current node? If you remember, current is pointing towards the dummy node, which is 0. So current is over here. So current has a reference of 0th node. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna return current dot next. So in this way, we are able to return the merged list in a sorted fashion. I hope all these points and pseudocode is clear to you. Now let's move on to LeetCode. So this is problem number 21, merge to sorted list. We'll be writing the code over here. So we'll start by declaring our dummy node. So list node dummy equals to new, new list node. You can give any value you want. I've given 0. Need to have a pointer that will point to dummy node. Let's say current equals to dummy. We have to iterate while our list 1 is not equals to null and list 2 is not equals to null. If list 1 dot value is less than list 2 dot value, what we're gonna do? Dummy dot next is equals to list 1 and list 1 will move one step ahead. So list 1 will point to next pointer, list 1 dot next. Dummy will also move one step ahead. So dummy is equals to dummy dot next. If this is not the case, meaning list 2 has a smaller value, then what we need to do? We need to repeat these 3 steps for list 2. So I'll change list 1 to list 2 over here. This becomes 2. This is also 2. This is list 2 and this is list 1. Once the process is complete and it comes out of the loop, we have to check if there is any remaining element in the list. So let's say if list 1 is not equals to null, then there will be list 1 else list 2, while our remaining list is not equals to null. We have to add those elements. We'll copy this, Control C, Control V, and Control C. We will dummy dot next will become this thing. Rem is equals to rem dot next, and dummy will become dummy dot next, and we have to return current dot next. Let's try to run the program and see if all the test cases are accepted. So here you see all the test cases are accepted. Let's submit to run all the test cases. There you go. Now it's time to have a cup of coffee and work on follow-up question. The question here is, you need to sort the list in ascending order and return the modified list. So example 1 is 4, 2, 1 and 3. You need to return 1, 2, 3 and 4. Similarly, for the example number 2, you need to sort in ascending order and return the modified list, which is -1, 0, 3, 4 and 5. If the list is empty, you need to return the empty list. The hint for the solution is use merge sort. So try to solve this question by yourself, and if you face any difficulty, you can watch the video on sort list. The link for the question and solution are both given in the description below. I hope you have enjoyed this video very much. Notes are available in the description below. Please do like, share and subscribe. We'll meet in another video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.